sky. This projector takes the entire sky and shrinks it to fit on the dome ceiling. So the stars are going to be in the same patterns as tonight for central to south Texas, but they're going to be a lot closer together. I have it set for after sunset for like between 7 and 10 p.m. tonight. If you want to try to find any of these patterns at your homes, the first thing I recommend you do is figure out what direction you're looking so you know what to look for. So, and the ones I'm going to point out are generally bright enough that if you know what you're looking for and you're looking in the right spot, that you should still be able to see them even over Corpus Christi. So for direction, this faces south, this faces north. The red light represents sunset. So we're going to have our western sky sunset. This is going to be west. That means sunrise occurs over here in the east. And then in the city, we turn lights on at night. So we have what's called light pollution. All that light reflects up into the sky. So the best places around here to see the stars is out in the country away from all the city lights, or on the island looking across the Gulf, or we can pretend Corpus Christi has a huge power failure. So this is what our sky should look like on a clear night without any light pollution. So notice that not all the stars are the same size or maybe the same brightness, and that's true in the real sky. So if they're bigger and brighter in here, that's going to be true in tonight's sky. In the real sky, stars will kind of twinkle. You can kind of tell what colors they are. In here, they're all the same color, but it does show you differences in brightness. So first one we're going to look at is high up in the east. And this is Leo the lion. Please keep your phones off. Leo's got two shapes to look for. One is please keep your devices off. One is a backwards question mark, and one is a triangle. So the backwards question mark is in this part of the sky. This is the head of the lion. And then the triangle is back in this region. That's the back part of the lion. Another one high up in the sky, this one's going to be slightly west, is Gemini. Gemini is supposed to represent two brothers. They're twins. They're standing arm in arm in the sky. They look kind of like stick figure drawings of two people. So these two bright stars represent the heads of the twins. This represents the arms. So go from the head of one down the body, again stick figure drawings. And then the head of the other brother down the body. A little bit lower and a little bit toward the southwest is Orion the hunter. This one, the way to find it in the sky is you first look for Orion's belt, 3 stars in a straight line. Guys, if it comes on again, I'm done. 3 stars in a straight line. That's the middle part of his body. His feet are kind of down here. These 2 large stars up here are his shoulders. This one is a very large red color star called Betelgeuse. And from this shoulder, the arm goes up over his head. And then from this shoulder, this arm goes down to his side with some kind of object in that hand. Further to the west is Taurus the bull. The shape to look for that one is the letter V, and it's kind of in this part of the sky. So this is the letter V for the face of the bowl. Very large star here, that's gonna be reddish in the sky, that's the bull's eye, and he's looking in this direction. So his front legs and chest are supposed to be down in this area, and his back kind of curves around this way. And then toward the north, got a couple in that direction. In this country, we call this next pattern the Big Dipper. So it's part of the Big Bear, Ursa Major, but the Big Dipper is the brightest part to see. It's got 4 stars that make the cup of the Big Dipper, and then 3 that make the handle. So it'll be high up in the northeast. And then over toward the northwest, you'll have to go out probably within 2 hours of sunset to see this. This is Cassiopeia. And this time of year, she's actually upright in the sky. So this is the queen sitting in her chair. The shape to look for is a letter W turned on its side. But if you imagine a woman in a chair, this could be the back of the chair, the seat, the front leg, and the back leg. There's a faint group of stars here that could represent her head and her legs, but the W is the brightest part. So those are the brightest ones, the brighter ones that are easier to see in the skies over Corpus Christi. And the ones that you can still kind of pick out even with all our light pollution. So at this point, we've still got time left in class, but I'm going to go ahead and bring up the lights. With sunrise and the city lights coming back on. And then the house lights are going to come up.